So you've shared my reasons why I think people are still single. There's so many of them. Please go through them, see if any of these reasons affect your personality or describes the kind of person you are or your personality or your character. But here's my assessment of why I think these things are how, I think this, excuse me, I think these things are prevailing in our society or are a major hindrance because of um, exterior factors that we didn't even realize we were being affected by. And one of such exterior factor that affected our lives, affected our society, the out the should I say the entertainment industry, especially in the entertainment industry and the internet, the use of the internet. All of these things came with its opinion. You know, they had a narrative and they had for some you would say they're just trying to entertain and just trying to sell copies of their whatever of their album, whatever it is. But we listening to all of these things, we paid attention to this powerful, I call them powerful, streams of influence. We watched these things, we were entertained by it, and gradually opinions in our minds were being formed based on what we saw, based on what we watched. Love was being described, and the definition of love, yeah, the definition of love was being redefined and transcribed to look a certain way, to appear and act a certain way, and we welcomed it into our lives because for some of these things it felt and looked modern and progressive in its introduction, in its narrative. And we said, yeah, this is what we want for ourselves, this is how we want to find our spouse, this is how we want to date, this is how we want to be swept up off our feet, this is how we want to fall in love. All of these scenarios being painted in front of our eyes, and the things we listen to, the music videos, the description of love by some of our artists and our actors and the producers of this streams of this entertainment. We took all of these things in, and without realizing it, it affected our lives, it affected our interactions with our fellow men, it affected our interactions with the real world because the entertainment itself is all fiction. They're portraying something superficial, something that one cannot even attain. Even if you have all the resources in the world, people keep chasing after this superficial notion and narrative without ever feeling satisfied. No one feels satisfied. We just keep chasing. It's the chase, it's the fun of it, the expression of it that has been described on screen. We want that for ourselves. We want to live it. We will go to any length to experience what we've seen on television. And for people who watch K-dramas, people who watch Z World, the kind of love and or the description of love uh, that are portrayed in those platforms, please, you might say you're just being entertained, but trust me, you are being influenced. Think of the kind of pressure you put on your spouse. Now I'm using pressure on spouse. I'm not even going to describe boyfriend and girlfriend situation because to me, boyfriend and girlfriend situation is totally wrong. I'm going to express more, I'm going to share my opinion more on that point later, but talking about those who are married, those who are influenced by all of these things, the kind of pressure the man puts on his wife and the pressure the woman puts on the man, on her husband because of the expression of love that she has seen on television, and she wants to experience those things or reenact those things in our own life, is one of the damaging factor that has affected our our society, that has affected our lives, and is affecting people or preventing people from getting married and finding the right partner for themselves. So that's my assessment on the matter, and I think it's something one would consider. And one other thing I would also want to point out: this testing the word, um, I've forgotten the word I want to use for it. Is this stirring the water or testing the water to see how it feels before you dive in? And I think it's a description of what people how people you know interact in our world, being that they are not ready for marriage, they just want to test, see if you're comfortable with the idea of marriage. So that's something. It's something that has affected our world, and it's something that's shaped our culture. What we hold there, there's no true moral value. Moral value is escaping our lives and our homes because we just want to have fun. We just want to have fun. People are still testing the water. They're still testing. They're still trying to see if it's cold or hot before they dive in. So that's my assessment of the matter. I'm going to be preferring the solution to all of these things, and hope you stay tuned and listen and learn from my opinions and my solution. And probably if you have any other thing to share or rebuttal, please don't hesitate to express it on the comments below, and stay tuned for more. Thank you for listening.